This video is going to be a list of stuff that piss me off as a driver that other truck drivers do. All right. And hopefully you won't do them again. At the end of this video, I will be reminding you guys to leave some comments, letting me know what drivers have done that piss you off. And I'll make it part 2 of this video because I know there's a ton of stuff out there that how truck drivers piss other drivers off, and they may not even realize it. I've definitely had some drivers drive by me or something, or trying to say something to me, and they were like really angry because I did something wrong and I didn't even know what I did wrong. But hopefully this video will help out some people. Now, this is going to be at the top of the list, basically. When you are overtaking, or let's just say you are being overtaken by a driver, but he's going really, really, really slow. Now, you actually have a power to fix a problem right now, because chances are that the driver who's overtaking you can't go any faster than what he is currently going. So because they are actually governed at a certain speed, let's say they're governed at 65 miles an hour, you're currently going at 64 miles an hour, but he really wants to get by you. Well, just go ahead and slow down just a little bit until he's past you, and he gets in front of you, and everyone behind him is really happy with you. So that's something you could do as a new driver that'll help out everybody else, and it only probably cost you a few seconds at the most. But keep an eye out for that. Don't just go off and staring onto the road, not even realizing that someone's actually trying to overtake you. Now, here's one that actually bugs me, not as much as the first one, but it bugs me pretty close to it. But it doesn't happen every single day. When you're going up a hill, let's say you're going up the Grapevine, going into LA, and there's probably around 30 trucks all going at the same speed. Half of them have their hazard lights on, but it doesn't look like their hazard lights are on. It just looks like their turn signals on, and they want to get over one lane to the left. And it freaks out the drivers overtaking, because it just looks like you're going to pull over or pull out in front of them. And so unless you're the truck at the very end of the pack, turn your hazard lights off. Just do everyone a favor. Stop freaking everybody out by making everybody think that you have your turn signal on and you want to overtake, all right, and pull out of that slow lane of traffic. All right, speaking of hazard lights, I've seen this many, many, many times, all right, especially down in Southern California. We hit stop and go traffic quite a lot, and a lot of trucks who will be in the middle lane, or doesn't matter what lane they're in, they'll put their hazard lights on to indicate that there's slow traffic coming ahead. All right, good for you. Thank you very much. Now, turn them off once there is somebody behind you, okay? Because they're no longer hazard lights. What they are is a turn signal to get into one lane or the other lane, depending on who's looking at you. Okay? So did that make sense to you? All right, because all we can see is one side of your truck now. Because there's somebody behind you, we can't see the other light. So please turn your hazard lights off when they do not need to be on. Now, if you're stuck going up a hill, and you can go just a little bit faster than that truck, all right? You're probably going 20 miles an hour, but you're sure you can get 22 miles an hour out of it, all right? That'll take you a very long time to overtake, and you're just going to piss off a lot of people behind you in the fast lane that can easily overtake at 40 or 50 miles an hour, okay? It's just, go ahead and just stay behind them, please. The amount of times that I've gone going up the Siskiyou Mountains, in between Oregon and California, and I can fly by. My load only weighs 20,000 pounds, and I could easily overtake. All right, it's just that now I'm stuck going 21 miles an hour with you while you're overtaking somebody who's going 20 miles an hour, and you finally get over, and I know that I can overtake you, so now I'm overtaking you at 25 miles an hour, and you're just causing a ton of traffic. All right, you're causing a huge amount of problems. Please just stay behind the truck that's slow, and then when you get to the top of the hill, figure out a way to overtake them, okay? Or the next time you go up a hill, plan on already being in the fast lane when you do overtake them. That way you can overtake them quicker, okay? Anyway, so that's just another one for you. These next ones are going to be in truck stops. I think that I probably could get an extra video out alone on truck stops, but again, maybe I'll make another video on truck stops alone, and with all the comments that I'm going to be receiving from you guys. Now, when you're done backing in, make sure your lights are off when you're parked. All right, don't just, as soon as you park, don't set those brakes, close those curtains, and just ignore life outside of the truck. All right, I've done this. I've left my lights on. I have, and then I wake up next morning, I saw my lights on, and I'm just really embarrassed. And chances are no one's going to tell you to turn them off. Nobody wants to actually get into a conflict. Some people do, and that's fine. But make sure those lights are off, because it's really hard to back up when you have lights just in your mirror and you can't quite see, and maybe you didn't get around to cleaning your mirrors, and now it's just you can't see, so that'll just make life just a little bit easier, just to make sure that your lights are turned off. Now, another way to make life easier on trucks who are reversing into the spaces next to you and across from you is to make sure you're back as far as possible. All right, if you're backing up to where there's grass, all right, well, if your axles are all the way forward, you can make that truck go really far back. Just make sure you don't go too far back to where you're knocking your mud flaps off. I've been guilty of that one myself. That was pretty embarrassing. If you're backing up in the center of the truck stop where you're basically would be backing up to another truck, or if there's nobody in that space behind your truck, try go back as far as possible. Don't go past that white line or yellow line, whatever it is, that center point that divides you and the truck behind you. Just get really close to it. All right, get within a foot. Okay. If you go, the further out you are from that line, the harder it is for everybody who's going to be backing up around you. All right, your goal is to make life just a little bit easier on us. And and again, if you go past that line, all right, well, the guy who's going to be backing up into that space later on, well, he's going to be sticking out, because the chances are a lot of people avoided that space in the first place because you're overtaking some of his space, and now that guy's backing up at 12 o'clock at night, and now he's pissed off, and now everyone else is pissed off because he is sticking out. Okay, now another one is one that's, I doubt there's a truck driver out here that hasn't been pissed off with this one. It is the amount of time that you are allowed to be in that lane after you fuel. Once you fuel, you pull forward, you stop, you use the restroom, but don't do multiple errands. All right, just all you need to be doing is whatever you're going to take 10 minutes. Don't go into Subway and get in line for 15 minutes and then use the restroom afterwards, or whatever it is. Just if you know you're going to be more than 10 minutes, just go park the truck. All right, go ahead, and even if it's at the end of the parking lot, do whatever you need to do, or do a U-turn, or go around again. Figure something out. But please don't hold up other truck drivers. We're limited to 14 hours in a day. All right, we have appointments. Don't be that guy. All right, just please get out of that. Get out of the way so we can all move on. All right. Now, I personally don't like being in truck stops too often. All right, I like to avoid them, but one of the main reasons is the smell. The smell of truck stops are absolutely brutal, which doesn't make sense to me why people would destroy the place where they're basically living at. All right, now don't be dumping your piss bottles out onto the concrete, onto the asphalt. You're literally there's probably not a square inch in a parking lot that isn't covered in piss. It's really bloody gross. People will get out of their trucks in the middle of the night and they're too lazy to walk to the restroom, so they're just going to pee up against the tire. When I have to do a pre-trip, all right, I like to get down and look underneath, and it's just I got to avoid having my gloves touch the ground, even though I'm wearing gloves, but eventually my gloves will be touched by my bare hands when I'm taking them off, and it's really gross. I don't know if you are doing it. We don't like it. All right, don't do it. Figure out a way to where you can dump your pee bottle down the drain somewhere. All right, just not on the bloody concrete. It's just when it gets over 100 degrees, the smell is just revolting. Like, do better, please. Now, thank you very much for watching. Please comment on other stuff that piss you off that other drivers do. Maybe they realize they're doing it, or they just don't care. Whatever. Just leave a comment anyway. All right. Chances are most of you guys are truck drivers who are watching this video. Now, I should be making a lot more videos soon. Sorry I haven't been doing many in the last year. I've had a new kid. I basically watch him full time. I've also been I'm a manager of a podcast that I am co-host of. I edit it. I control everything. Most of the stuff that goes on in it. We have a host called Tom, a co-host called Chloe. We even have a producer named Nessa, and it is the most funnest part of my week, besides my kids. I love my kids, but I really do look forward to every Saturday when we record. We record live for the Patreons, and it is mainly nothing to do with trucks. We're all truck drivers, and two are from England. Actually, 3 of them are from England, and there's me in America with an Irish accent. Yeah, go figure. But it's a blast. We just have we have lots of fun. We have lots of fun bits. I don't know. I just want to share that with you guys. I kind of hopefully that you'll take a listen to it. There'll be a link below where you can check it out. It's called Just Another Trucking Podcast. We barely even talk about trucks, but it's still fun, and it's usually around an hour and a half to 2 hours long. And what else have you got better to do but listen to it? Anyway, you can find it on iOS podcasts and Apple podcasts. Well, that is iOS. Was it Android podcast and Spotify? Basically anywhere you can get it. You even have it on YouTube. All right, just again, search Just Another Trucking Podcast. Anyway, that being said, hopefully I'll make some more videos soon for you guys. It seems that I'm up to like over 130,000 subscribers right now, and the more subscribers I get, well, thank you. I want to keep getting more, but the pressure's on to make better videos. So hopefully I'll be doing a little bit more of these list videos, and and some comedy ones too, where I'm going to be playing my game with my game. I'm going to be playing my game with a co-host of mine, and it's just going to be should be fun. We're trying that out as well. My game, my trucking skills, where you can, or my European trucking skills, or my RV skills. You can get them at mytruckinggames.com or mytruckingskills.com on iOS, Android, and for the PC. Anyway, I'm done. Hopefully, I'll be back.